Hello, this is Steph. Spirit World According to Steph Foundation's 25. It's a special one because for some reason I seem to be having some difficulties with people, or I don't know who it is. To be honest with you, it could be the government for all I don't care. That's what they don't understand. I don't care. Why don't I care? Because I have a creator who protects me. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to share something with you that I don't usually do. But I don't usually have these kind of meditations either. Earlier today, because of the pain that I'm living in right now, which is about 10 times worse than my normal pain levels, and I live in horrible pain, horrific. Of course, you may not believe it, and there's nothing, I'm not going to try to convince you, you just have to take my word for it. When you have tears pouring out of your eyes all the time, that's normal, okay, for a person like me. They just pour right out. And there's no control of it. It just happens because when you get to this level of pain, your body is literally crying. The body is crying. Okay, I'm wearing angel wings on my second group of earrings here because I need my angels around me right now. My mother's protected. I actually spoke to her on Thanksgiving, and that was a miracle, an absolute miracle. My mother is in the last and final stages of Alzheimer's, and she called herself the oldest hippie. That was for me. She knew her daughter quite well. I was a wild thing, and I was a hippie woman. And she always knew that she loved me so much. But anyway, it was only about a 10-minute conversation, and then we lost her. Just like that. So it was a miracle. Now, today I meditated deeply because there's some stuff going on Google Plus that's really strange. And frankly, I'm not going to be involved in it. I'm done. Okay? Whatever games some of you people play, you can go play them with yourself because I'm done. Yeah, see, that's more crap. Now, let me tell you about the meditation I had because I have some concerns. I think somebody out there needed my prayers and needed me to send some healing to them. Well, I'm capable of that. Have you heard of Reiki? Well, I do Reiki. I haven't done it in a while, but you never forget it. It's part of us. Every human being can do Reiki, okay? Don't think you can't. You can't. You just have to be taught how to do that, how to meditate at that level. It's a healing force, and a lot of people do it. Well, in a way, I combine some of my Native American spirituality, my Reiki, and my other type of meditation. I pulled all three of those together. And I went into a deep, deep level. I have never ever had the visions that I had during this meditation, and I do mean visions. I was almost out of body. I'm going to tell you what I saw. And if anybody can relate or knows about it, my prayers I sent healing prayers to you. I saw a family. They could have been Latino, or they could have been from Afghanistan, I don't know. Or they could have been right here in the United States. But it looked like very sandy, southern, southwestern American look to me. That area, or even south of there. And I saw a woman and a man, and I saw a little boy. Pretty sure it was a boy. He was sick, very sick. I saw terrible darkness surrounding this child. So I sent all the healing, all the light that I could send to this little boy to help him. And I pray that 45 minutes that I spent throughout that vision, throughout that, I'm turning that off, by the way, throughout the rest of it, the meditation, I just pray that I'm able to do what I'm supposed to do what God wants me to do. There's a darkness coming in our world. I'm going to warn you about that too. That was in my vision also. I have felt this. I felt this years ago. I felt a big change of energy. I can feel things like that. I've always been able to. This is big. This is huge. And it may be why I have become physically ill with something that went so far. My doctor said he'd never seen it this bad. That's why I have to go back in a little bit and get, no, I can't wear watches. They quit working immediately on my wrists now. I can't even wear them on my chest. It just didn't work. The energy that I have within my body cancels it out. I have no idea why. It's been, when I was a child, I wore wind-up watches. That was the only kind that I can ever wear. Batteries, forget it. Usually my home phones don't last very long, and I have funny stories about that. But this isn't funny. We have a terrible, terrible change coming down the road here. It's already started. But now other people are going to start seeing it. Companies are going to be affected by it. I can't tell you exactly what that change is. I can only feel it. It's a very deep, big, dark change. I even got my business book out from one of my college courses. It was an advanced business management class. As a matter of fact, we used to do most of our work. We did it in here too, but we used to do most of our work with Wall Street Journal, truthfully. My professor taught us how to use the stock market. And I'll be forever grateful to him because what he taught me works. Anyway, it's amazing where I wound up on in this. This is old. This is not recent. The China trade, the rise of international business, globalization. Yes, globalization. See, we knew about what was going to be happening long before it happened, long before the government started actually doing it. And, it talks about uh, the cost of our workers here in the United States versus the cost of workers in other countries. Now, there are things that our government can do, but this conversation is not for that. This is a spiritual conversation. I just wanted to bring this up because I wanted you to know that I just marked these pages today. They've never been marked. I just opened right up to them. See, that's how it works. Everybody can do this stuff. And it's not a special for Steph only. Not at all. Anybody can do it. You have to learn to meditate. You have to learn things about yourself. Like we talked about in the last one, you have to use self-searching, deep self-searching. Well, I have lately. Especially, I just celebrated my dead son's birthday, which we know that he transitioned. And that was his body only that we buried. I just celebrated my baby's birthday. My mother is on the verge of passing any day. I know that when she does, I will receive a visit. I know that. And if I don't receive that visit, I still will know it. I have always been very close to my mother. Not that you might think so when you read my story, but truly I have that. Okay, now, then I started feeling a lot of negativity around me. Not within me, but around me, around the world. When I tried to get a driver's license, that was a nightmare. And that Wake Up America ones came from all that. It's almost scary. People need to pay attention to what's going on. You really do. This is worldwide. This is not just here in America. Don't ever think that it's just all the U.S. No, 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 no. Worldwide. And don't put all the blame. Stop this blaming crap right now. No blaming. I don't care what the heck these people are doing on Google Plus. I can get rid of all that. But, I don't sit around and blame and ask. The only thing I want is the truth from people. That's it. Try being truthful, please. That's all you need to be. Stop pretending. Because I will see through it. You're right. I will see through it. I already do. I did probably from the first moment that things started happening. I just kept my mouth shut to see how things would pan out. And they've panned out pretty much like I thought they would. Anyway, I have to make this short, as I said, because in about, not too long from now, I have someone driving me. I'm taking some medication that does cause, after I take it, which I didn't take it till after I meditated, it makes me very sleepy, and I don't want to chance driving when I'm like that. Plus, my back is covered in this stuff, and I mean covered. And it's hit my nerves. Just literally clamped right into my nerves. That's what the doctor is so upset about. I did not stay in a hospital. My doctor desperately asked me to, and I very blankly said no. He knows me very well. I will not do that. I'm sorry. You can ask all you want, but I'm not going to stay in a hospital, not unless I'm about ready to be dead. And even then, I'll fight it. I'll fight you. before I go to the hospital. But I'm not saying people shouldn't get help. Heavens no. But I did get help, and I just feel like I can handle it fine from my home, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But anyway, let me read you something before I go, because I like to read to you, and I think you enjoy it too. And let's just see what Emmett has to say today. Not a bad idea. Now, let's see. He talks about wisdom and spirituality, and I think we need to hear about that. Now, he says, before I read about the lilies of the field. Remember that? If anyone were so foolish as to take these beautiful similes, do you understand what I mean by similes? He means, by that word, he's talking literally. In fact, I'm going to look it up for you because that's what I was taught. Come on, stop that. Well, they're kind of examples in a way, okay? They're like the parables, okay? Literally instead of spiritually. See, there's a difference between literal and spiritual. You have to understand that. You can't get to the state of meditation that I got to if you're going to be on a literal basis. You're not going to. Your mind has to be completely open. It has to be so open that there are no limits. You have no limits. And when you open your mind up that much, you can go anywhere. You can see anything. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I did today. That little child is in darkness, but I pray that my healing light went to that child. I can't stop thinking about that child right now. Now, and should let us say, lie down in a field among the poppies. Oh, by the way, do you know what poppies make? Morphine. Mm-hmm. Our world is covered in poppies. Covered. Now, who created our world? God? Right. Why would our world be covered in poppies? Apparently God knew that we were going to be in physical pain. So God gave us the means via the poppy to take care of that physical pain. So, this ban on drugs or whatever the government's doing, it's run into the people who really need it. We're not talking about real drug addicts here. We're talking about very sick people. Don't take my mother's drugs away from her. She is a she lives in a lot of pain. I don't care where her mind is at, but her body is in terrible pain. So he says, lie down in a field among the poppies, waiting for God to perform a dramatic miracle on his behalf. He would speedily learn by experience that this is not the way. Possessing faculties infinitely above the vegetable or the animal kingdoms, he will truly emulate. You know what emulate means? Push out, emulate, spread out. The wisdom and the glory of these by being ceaselessly active in his own realm, that of prayer and meditation. This was written thousands of years ago. The spiritual basis does not mean laissez-faire. Don't sit on your butts. It means action. It means intensified activity. But on the spiritual, as distinct from the material plane, this is the only way in which one can be said to be seeking first the kingdom of heaven, and all needful things will be found to follow upon it. All needful things. Needful. If you are very worried and confused, or very much discouraged, that is a time to lie down among the poppies mentally and read the Bible or pray gently but persistently until something happens. Let's see. Now, he says, either something within yourself, like what happened to me, or something in the outer picture. Actually, that's what happened to me. It was the outer picture that I saw. It had nothing to do with me. When I meditate for the light and the wisdom. That's what I meditate for. This is not laissez-faire, because you are praying. A woman in London whose affairs, well, he gives some examples of what this kind of prayer can do. It's amazing what it'll do. When you think that the worst is happening to you, try this out and see what happens. The normal mode of obtaining one's supply is by following some useful business or profession in which one should be happy and satisfied, being good work and receiving a liberal compensation for it. Now prayer will put anyone into such a position if he does not already possess it. And then if he prays each day as he should, realizing true place, and claiming opportunities for service, his actual position, whatever it is, will be continually improving as time goes on. Of course, this does not mean that they need necessarily go out to business as it is called. So, we're going to stop there for right now. I would almost like to get into another part of this, but I'm getting a little late, and yes, it is a shorter video. Well, it had to be, but I'm going to save it here. And we're going to get back to that because there's a piece in there that talks a lot about using meditation and prayer to resolve all of your problems in life, every one of them. And that is precisely what I do. Precisely. And frankly, who's going to hurt me? And let them try. I've got a field around me that protects me beyond anything anybody could ever imagine. Now, if you don't believe it, that's your business. I'm not here to prove anything to you. What I'm here for is to help you. To help you find your own energy source, which is right there, right within you. I love all of you. And I love all of you on Google+. I don't care who you are, what you are, anything. I still love you. And y'all will get all that stuff worked out. I'm sure you will. I won't be worried about it. Talk to you soon.